Hey everyone, this year we plan to do 4 safety videos via Zoom and also YouTube. It's an opportunity for me to talk about safety and some of the issues we've had over the last few months. Then over the next few months I plan on visiting some job sites, reviewing safety procedures, taking some video and photographs of those sites, talking to a few employees regarding their jobs, their skills, and just their view on safety. As we get through some of these slides, we're going to review some of the forklift safety issues. The blades have been left up several times. These create a trip hazard. Also, the 2-inch ball has been left on the fork, also creating a trip hazard. So you want to make sure you are leaving the forklift in a good position. We have some safety videos coming up, so please stay tuned.
Videos to help operate your trailer more safely. And the purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to properly attach your trailer to your tow vehicle. Now there are 6 main items to check when hooking up your trailer. The first is, are you using the correct ball size for the coupler? Second, that the hitch coupler of the trailer is securely connected to the ball hitch of the tow vehicle. Third, safety chains are connected to the tow vehicle and properly in place. 4, electric cables are connected and secured. 5th, if your trailer is equipped with brakes, that they're in good working order. And 6th, the emergency breakaway lanyard is connected. After you have backed up to your trailer, lower the coupler onto the hitch ball. Once lowered, make sure the jack is in its upright position. Now the coupler is lowered onto the hitch ball, make sure the coupler completely surrounds the ball, the latch on the coupler is installed, and the safety pin is in place. Now, attach the safety chains from the trailer to the tow vehicle. They should be crossed under the coupler with only enough slack allowed for turning. If possible, loop the chains so that they hook back on themselves. That way, if the hitch fails, the trailer will be cradled within the chains. After the safety chains are in place, connect the electrical connector from the trailer with the run from the towing vehicle. If the trailer you are towing is equipped with brakes, it is critical that your tow vehicle is equipped with a brake controller. Never tow a trailer equipped with brakes without them being connected properly, or to use a tow vehicle without electronic brake controls. If your trailer is equipped with brakes, connect the breakaway brake lanyard to the tow vehicle. The lanyard should be attached to the tow vehicle if possible in the same place as the safety chains. However, do not attach the lanyard to the ball hitch of the tow vehicle. After the trailer is completely hitched to the tow vehicle, walk around the trailer to do a final inspection of the trailer. Make sure the lights are connected and in working order. Brakes and both signals. Right, left. Before using your trailer, be sure to check the air pressure in each tire. If you're not sure of the amount of air pressure, it can be found either on the sidewall of the tire or the VIN label. For the torque of the lug nuts, please check with the axle manufacturer or your trailer dealer for torque specifications. This information may also be found in the owner's manual if one accompanies the trailer. Before using your trailer, make sure you read and follow all warning labels and instructions. For information on NATM programs and members, visit www.natm.com. Once again, my name is Greg Snowden and I'm the Compliance Director for the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers.
And I'm Russ Moore, NATM's Technical Director. Thanks for watching and safe towing.
This is our 40 cubic yard dumpster. It is on a regular basis dumped, costs us about $2,300. Please avoid putting cardboard in it, avoid putting reels in it. These can be broken down, they take up space. If you just imagine that 40 cubic yards equals 1,080 cubic feet. Cardboard goes in the cardboard bin. You want to make sure you break it down. You shouldn't be putting cardboard in the trash bin. We break everything down and we try to do that. It's most cost effective for us. Trash goes in the trash bins. Recycled materials such as metal all go into the metal bin. That's near the fence, the gate, and you want to make sure you utilize that for all metal and wire, whatever is metal. Trash, strictly for trash. We have a video coming up on power tools, so I hope you'll watch that. I appreciate you watching.
Power tools are an important part of everyday life for professionals and home users alike. Manufacturers create versatile, safe, and easy-to-use tools. However, you should be aware of the risk of accidents and understand how to work safely. This lesson will review safety and best practices for using power tools. With the vision to unify and educate others about power tools, the Power Tool Institute has established itself as the leading organization for building global understanding of power tools and for maintaining high standards of safety in the industry. Its members represent market-leading brands in the areas of portable and stationary power tools. From table saws to portable drills, from shapers to sanders, the Power Tool Institute's members are committed to improving the industry and to being the premier resource for power tool education. Our objectives are to educate the public as to the usefulness and importance of power tools, to encourage high standards of safety in the manufacture of power tools, and prepare and distribute information about safe use of power tools. General power tool safety warnings define a power tool as an electric tool which may be connected to a source of electricity by a cord or be powered by a battery. They are often used in place of hand tools to perform a variety of work, ranging from construction to manufacturing to home improvement and more. Injuries can be prevented by exercising caution, following the instructions in the operator's manual, and using the best practices in this lesson. Power tools require operator knowledge and adherence to safety instructions. They must be used sensibly and kept in safe operating condition, whether they are in the hands of a professional tradesman, a beginning do-it-yourselfer, or a vocational student. The demands of safety apply to all. The material presented here is a compilation of specific power tool warnings. The purpose is to highlight some of the safe use requirements of specific tools. The general safety warnings and instructions offer a basis for safety. The warnings and instructions on the power tool and in its operator's manual provide the best source of safety information for the tool. Read and understand the contents and follow all warnings and instructions for each specific power tool and all related accessories. This is essential to the safe operation of any power tool. Power tools can be dangerous if all safety warnings and instructions are not followed carefully. General safety warnings and instructions apply to power tools, both corded and cordless. Please note that cordless power tools, chargers, and batteries may require additional safety measures. Review the operator's manual for more details. Following good safety practices when using all power tools is a must. Make a habit of including safety in all your activities. Do not underestimate how quickly an accident can occur if proper safety practices are not followed. Proper power tool inspection involves looking at the tool before turning it on or using it. Before using a power tool, ask yourself, are moving parts misaligned or binding? Are all parts, including guards and accessories, in place? Is anything broken or loose? And are all parts, batteries, and accessories manufacturer recommended? Damaged tools, batteries, accessories, or tools with missing or malfunctioning parts or accessories must be fixed or replaced before using them. Develop a maintenance schedule for your tool. Examples of a damaged tool include malfunctioning power switches and improperly functioning safety guards. If a power tool is damaged, do not use and take it to be serviced by a qualified repair center. Service or maintenance performed by unqualified personnel or use of inferior parts or accessories could result in a risk of injury. Use only manufacturer-recommended parts. Before using power tools, always read and understand the tool's operator's manual, tool markings, and the warnings and instructions packaged with the tool or accessory before starting any work. Start with a safe work area. Keep your work area clean and well lit. Cluttered benches and dark areas invite accidents. Do not operate power tools in explosive atmospheres, near flammable liquids, gases, or dust. Power tools create sparks, which may ignite the dust or fumes. And keep bystanders and children away when using a power tool. Distractions can cause you to lose control. Practice electrical safety. Grounded tools with three-pronged cords must be plugged into a properly grounded outlet. Never remove or cut off the grounding prong, or modify the plug in any way. Do not use any adapter plugs. Double insulated tools have a polarized plug where one blade is wider than the other. This plug will fit into any outlet only one way. Do not change the plug in any way. And do not use AC-only rated tools with a DC power supply. The wire gauge and length of the extension cord must be able to handle the amps of the tool. Find the amps on the tool's nameplate and use the chart from the operator's manual to determine the necessary wire gauge for your extension cord length. Practice personal safety. Dress properly. Do not wear loose clothing or jewelry. Keep your hair, clothing, and gloves away from moving parts. Loose clothes, jewelry, or long hair can be caught in moving parts. Remove adjusting keys and wrenches before turning the tool on. After proper preparation, it's time to use your power tool. Remember, electricity can be dangerous. When using a power tool, don't touch grounded surfaces such as pipes, radiators, ranges, and refrigerators. There is a higher risk of electric shock if your body is grounded. Don't use or leave power tools or batteries in the rain or wet conditions. Do not abuse the cord, carry the tool by its cord, or pull the cord to unplug it. Keep the cord away from heat, oil, sharp edges, or moving parts. Replace damaged or worn cords immediately. Don't use damaged batteries. Replace them immediately with manufacturer-recommended batteries. Always hold the tool by the insulated gripping surfaces. This also applies to battery-operated tools. Contact with hidden wiring or a tool's own cord will make exposed metal parts of the tool live and shock the operator. Use extension cords properly. When using a power tool outside, use an extension cord marked for outdoor use with WA or W. These cords are made for outdoor use. Extension cords with three-prong grounding plugs must be plugged into properly functioning three-prong outlets when using grounded tools. Follow these personal safety and work habits best practices. Stay alert, watch what you're doing, and use common sense when using a power tool. Do not use tools when you are tired or under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medication. Keep handles dry, clean, and free from oil and grease. Be sure the power tool switch is off before plugging it in or inserting a battery pack. Do not carry tools with your finger on the switch. Unplug the tool and remove its battery before changing accessories, performing any maintenance or adjustment on the tool. Use safety and personal protective equipment. Always wear eye protection. A dust mask, non-skid safety shoes, hard hat, or hearing protection must be used when specified in the operator's manual. Do the job safely. Always keep a firm footing when using power tools. Be sure you have balance and control before you start the job. Use the power tool accessories only for the jobs for which they were designed. Secure and support the workpiece. Use clamps and a stable work surface. Do not hold the work by hand or against your body. Keep hands away from rotating or moving parts. Do not touch the drill bit, blade, cutter, or the workpiece immediately after operation. They may be very hot and may burn you. Use 2 hands on the tool when recommended by the operator's manual. Keep guards in place and working properly. Do not force the tool. Use the right tool for your job. It will do the job better and safer. Use only accessories recommended by the tool manufacturer. Accessories that may be suitable for one tool may become hazardous when used on another tool. Use only batteries recommended by the tool manufacturer. use of batteries not recommended by the manufacturer can result in fire or explosion. If a method of dust collection is available with the power tool, it should be used to reduce the risk of dust-related hazards. After you're done using your power tools, you must store them out of harm's way. Store battery packs away from other metal objects like paper clips, coins, keys, nails, screws, or other small metal objects. These things can make a connection from one terminal to the other, shorting the battery terminals together and causing burns or fire. To avoid accidental starting, unplug the cord, remove batteries, or lock off the switch when the tool is not being used. Keep tools out of the reach of children and people unfamiliar with the tools. Power tools are an investment. Effective maintenance will ensure safe use for future work. Follow instructions regarding maintenance in the Tools Operator's Manual. When maintaining a tool, use only identical replacement parts. Use of unauthorized parts or failure to follow the maintenance warnings and instructions may create a risk of electric shock or injury. Clean and lubricate a tool only as directed in its operator's manuals. Certain cleaning agents such as gasoline, carbon tetrachloride, and ammonia may damage plastic parts. Maintain labels. These carry important information. If unreadable or missing, contact the manufacturer for a replacement. Maintain accessories. Keep blades and bits sharp and clean. Check abrasive wheels for chips and cracks. Do not use a damaged wheel. The safe and proper use of power tools and accessories will ensure you are able to complete work tasks while avoiding the risk of injury. Follow the safety instructions and best practices presented in this lesson. When in doubt, refer to your tool's operator's manual. Remember that injuries and property damage can be prevented by exercising caution when using power tools.
Yesterday was a scorcher. At lunch break, I saw a couple of our people eating their lunches where they found some shade. Now, they were sitting under the awning of the porch of that old house we're demolishing. Now, the only problem was the porch had already been ripped away, and the awning above it was hanging by a thread. I got them out of there right away. And I applaud their survival skills by trying to get out of the sun, but not their choice of where to do it. After I got them out, I had Pete finish taking the awning down with an excavator. Now, let me ask you, what holds up the top of something? Anybody? The bottom. The bottom holds up the top. If there is no bottom, should you trust your life on the top staying up? No, you shouldn't. If a top has no bottom, it's coming down. Sam, you were telling me about the time you were digging in a scraper dump years ago. Now, he kept digging and undercut a shelf that came down right after he just backed his loader away. Now, it could have buried him. A couple more points I want to make. First, if you are tearing out the bottom of something, be very aware that the top is going to come down and plan for it. Plan for it by bringing the top down yourself safely. Now, unless the top is being shored up for some reason, make sure you don't leave anything that could come down where it could hurt someone. If you start a job like that, finish the job so no one can get hurt later. And my other point is, if you see someone doing something unsafe or in an unsafe situation, open your mouth and get involved. Tell them to move or stop doing what they're doing. You experienced guys have a duty to teach the less experienced crew so they can become experienced and pass the knowledge on to the next bunch of new employees. Okay, now what we just talked about also applies to anything that could fall if it's not supported or strapped or chained. Now, when I was younger, I was told by a foreman, don't walk in the shadow of anything that can fall. Now think about a load on a truck that's unchained and may not be stable. A loader boom in the air, a crane swinging an I-beam or truss into place, a ramp or a door that can swing down. All those things are potentially hazardous. Now my message to everyone is be aware of your surroundings and think through potential hazardous situations. Now most accidents are preventable if you just get in the habit of thinking through situations as they develop to keep yourself and others out of danger. Or think through your options, like possible escape routes or knowing where a fire extinguisher or first aid kit are located. So always be aware of your surroundings and situations. Sometimes a more experienced person can become complacent on the job, just as new employees can bring a new perspective and fresh eyes to a situation. Remember, we all are responsible for watching everyone else's backs at all times, and it's everyone's job to pass on their knowledge to those coming behind them.
Safe lifting tips. How do you lift objects? Do you keep your back healthy? One of the biggest causes of back injury is lifting objects incorrectly. So the big question is, how to lift a light or heavy object safely? What is the recommended way to lift heavy weights? Of course, one of the common mistakes is rounding the back, which creates a serious risk of damaging the lumbar vertebrae. The deadlift is suitable for heavy weights. Keep your back straight. Hold the load as close to your body as possible. This principle is very important in lifting weights high. Variation: deadlift with arm support. Another option for lifting heavy objects is the squat. Here too, we must make sure to keep the weight near the body and keep the back straight. The erector spina muscles stabilize the spine. Another option is lunge with arm support. Resting the arm on the thigh directs the forces to the ground. Bend the knees and keep the back straight. This variation is like the squat, but with legs closer together. On the left, we see a movement that is not recommended because it creates ongoing damage to the lower back. On the right, we can see careful maintenance of a straight back. What about light objects and forward bending? Bending forward is not a contraindication in our daily life. It is a very important movement to be kept and maintained. In many occasions in life, we need and should use segmental rounded bending in healthy back cases, such as in tying shoes, picking a light object off the ground, etc. In many daily activities that are not involved with high or vertical pressure, rounding the spine comes naturally. What about bending forward with a pathological spine condition? In cases of various back pathologies, this pattern should be avoided due to intervertebral disc problems. In a pathological spinal condition, it is recommended to maintain a straight back even when lifting light objects. Note, you should consult with a doctor in any pathological condition. For lifting medium to heavy weight, keep your back straight. For a lightweight object, we need and should use segmental rounded bending. In a pathological spinal condition, it is recommended to maintain a straight back. There is no one way to bend. We should teach our students or patients various strategies for bending, allowing them to choose the right way depending on the specific functional demands.
Down, up, down, up. Two more. Down, up. All right, one more. Nice slope. Down, up.
And just a few years ago, in certain markets in the country, the warm-up program was received with a lot of smirks and a lot of skepticism. Nowadays, it's just part of our culture.
Down, slow, touch your toes. Other side.
It's really about making sure your muscles are awoken.
Here, let's get stretched out. Let's work on hands, up and down.
The most important thing is to start the day together. It's really a culture thing, you know. You start the day together, you talk about what you're going to do today, you talk about what happened yesterday.
Not acceptable. A worker was removed yesterday for standing on the mid-rail of a lift. All right, shoulder rolls forward.
It's a good thing for a lot of people, especially for somebody like me who's a little bit older than other guys. Well, on any construction site, you got to be mentally prepared for it, because stuff happens all the time, things constantly changing, and your head literally has to be on a swivel because you don't know what's going on at any particular time.
I noticed a difference in the people. You know, just the way their activities are, feels like it takes them a few minutes to get going in the morning. Now with the stretching, it's basically you're loosened up a bit and ready to go in the morning.
All right, we'll end it with Mo's favorite, the wiggle in the middle. Ralphie's got it down. Chad looking good. All right, other direction. All right, good job. Safety things for today.
So I wanted to go over a couple things about the videos. When a power tool is designed to accommodate a guard, they must be equipped with that guard. That's straight from OSHA. The guard is provided to protect the operator and should not be removed at any time. A couple other things on lifting. Keep a wide base of support, squat down, bending at the hips and knees only. Keep your back straight. Slowly lift by straightening your hips and knees, and hold the load as close to your body as possible, and change direction with your feet, taking small steps. These are the racks in the back of the yard up against the building. They have the pallets, the plywood. You need to leave those in good, safe order. Please do not stack stuff and then just leave it. Let us know that you're going to leave it. And we'll usually be able to help you and assist with putting it in the proper position. Going back to some of the videos, you want to make sure that your overhead situations are clear. Wear your hard hat at most times for your own protection. These are the kind of things that people forget. They kind of get lazy about. So try to keep in mind those kind of things. We do have a bunch of hand trucks and dollies that you can use to help you with moving things throughout the yard or on the job sites. But try to remember that we are all working together to keep this company safe and all of you safe. We appreciate all the time that you spent watching this. It's been a kind of an ordeal putting this together, only because it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of thought, and we want to just get it right. So do be safe out there. We appreciate you watching, and keep in mind that safety comes first. If you have any safety issues, make sure you report them. Make sure you also, if you have any incidents or accidents, those are noted and reported to your supervisor or lead. Also make sure that you leave the yard with everything connected on your trailer if you're towing a trailer. The safety pins must be in place before you leave the yard. Safety chains, the brake cable also attached, just as in the video. But just keep in mind that these are all important things to do before leaving the yard. Walk around, do your trailer inspection, and just try to be on the safest path going forward. I appreciate everybody's time. We do a lot of different things around the warehouse and in the yard. We try to help load things. We try to make sure that everything's prepared as you need it. If you would, contact me in advance if you need something set up. A lot of times we find out at the last minute and we have to organize the yard, move things around just to get something out. So try to keep us in mind when you're doing things, and if you need something set aside or prepared for you, quite a few guys know that and do that on a regular basis. So I thank you very much for watching. There's a lot of things we take in and take for granted. Safety is not one of them. You want to be safe. We want you to be safe, and make sure you have a safe and pleasant day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.